Hello, this is Alessio. Today is Thursday, the 26th of August. And today we're just gonna go over two charts which look the more compelling in terms of setups for the future. So this is a chart of Pinterest, as you can see. And basically it's a daily chart from the lows of the COVID lows, March 2020. You can count 1 and 2. Extended third, down in wave 4, and up in wave 5. Now, what we care the most about is what happened since the all-time high of February 16th. And if we zoom in and take a closer look, all I see is 3 waves down, up, down. So I would say ABC into wave A, ABC into wave B, and then down into wave C. To then completely higher degree wave A. Then we've had a directional wave B, and from there we started to move down into 1 and 2, and what I can count is 1 and 2, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the reason why I didn't label this is 3 and this is 4 is because I honestly prefer this scenario. Also because if this was 4 had to pair up with this wave 2, in terms of geometry of proportion, this wave 4 would have been significantly smaller than this wave 2. So what we could do now, what I'm going to suggest members, and what would like to see from Pinterest is upside limited, which eventually it's wave 4, so you can get a triangle. It can be kind of sideways. We don't know what type of correction is going to be, but as long as, let's say, if we measure with fib, as long as we stay somewhere around 38.2%, which believe it or not is the area of the previous 4. So we know that wave 4 tends to terminate near the wave 4 of the same degree. Call it coincidence, I call it evidence. So if we start to move sideways from here and then reject this area, move back down, that's when we could start to look for longs. In addition to that, let's measure wave A and C. So equality of wave C and A, which is very common fib target, is around $49. So that would be an area of interest, an area to watch. And yeah, all we can do is wait, see if that happens. If that happens, watch closely what is going to happen around this area, and perhaps look for longs. So that was Pinterest. Next chart is Path. Let me zoom out actually. So this chart is quite interesting. To actually show you into a bit more details, this is a daily chart. I'm going to take you to the 4 hour. So 4 hour, basically all I see is W, X, ABC into wave Y. So the reason is, we didn't start from 1 is because it happens a lot when we have a relative newer stock which have been just listed, and there aren't a significant number of participants, and if there are, they're not equally distributed. So kind of like in the forex market, and this happens. And in terms of that weight, it reflects as usually compass correction. But what is interesting is that from this low, which is July 19th, I can count 5 waves up into wave 1. So of course this would be a leading diagonal, and then down in 2. Now, once again, I call this evidence. Usually we know that a wave 2 after a diagonal will end near the wave 2 of the diagonal, which is this one. So that was very precise tendency. So now possibly we could be in this wave 3, which this 5-way sequence will complete higher degree wave 1. If not, worst case scenario, this is wave A, this is wave B, we're now making wave C, and then we're going to go back down. So it's kind of early to say. This stock, as I mentioned, is relatively new, so it's kind of difficult for me to know which one is going to be. So all I could do is present you both scenarios, and I guess we'll have to see with time. But what matters is that for the shorter term, we still are missing one leg. And as I always do, what we can do for target, we look for equality of 1 and 3, or if it's going to be A and C, I don't know yet. And equality is at 67. Now, the moment we get maybe to 73, which is with the 1.618, that becomes more interesting as a wave 3, because we know that it's a very common target for wave 3s, and that's all different scenarios. And of course, I'll keep you posted, I'll keep you updated on what's going to happen. And of course, TradingLounge members will benefit this even more. So let me know what you think about this count. I'm always happy to read the comments. And thanks for tuning in. Cheers.